Hi, I'm Hazel, and this is my channel, The Israelite Woman's Homestead. And in today's video, we're talking about infusion because in my previous video, I talked about hair oils and I showed you how I show you my infusions. So I figured today I will just talk about how I do my infusion. I'll just show you a little snippet of how I do my infusion and how I make my herbs as potent as possible. So let's get into the video. So today we are working with 4 different kind of plant matter. Today we're working with rosemary, and these are rosemary that we grow here on our farm. As you can see, these ones I keep them the stems on. So let me just show you. I mean, everybody know what's rosemary look like, but anyways, I'll just show you guys. Oh my gosh, it smells so amazing. So these ones they have the stem. So I just I like to infuse some with the stems and some without the stems so I can get the full potency. And we all know the function of rosemary, how awesome it is for the hair. It's very, very good for hair growth. It stimulates the hair follicles. It make you have thick hair, and it increases the volume of your hair. It's also antibacterial, so it keeps anything that are on your scalp that is not supposed to be there off, like dandruff and all kind of stuff. This is awesome. And if you have like dandruff and it's like very flaky dandruff, sometimes can be very painful when it's on the scalp. If you start using rosemary oil, it will kind of remove this flakiness, and if you're having any pain or discomfort from that, this will also take away the pain, because rosemary is so good for pain relief. So that would also soothe your scalp and work awesome on your scalp. So I use rosemary oil in my hair every second day because this is just my go-to oil. And the second plant that I'm working with, it's lavender. And this lavender here, I'm using the buds, the flowers, and the stems. And I'm using a small amount of lavender because this lavender is very potent. So this is an ounce, 1.5 ounce. And this lavender, so potent, like when you infuse the oil with it, the oil actually smells of lavender. So I'm not going to be using a lot of it. So I measure my herbs before I infuse them, so I know exactly how potent they're going to be, and it helps me to regulate the smell, because I'll be mixing them together and I don't want them to overpower each other because I want a certain smell. And most of the times I don't like need to add essential oils to my product because of the smells of the plant, the flowers themselves. Yeah. And then the next one I'm using here is also rosemary, but this rosemary, it's just the leaves, not the stems. So at this one I have 2.5 ounces here, and I want this one to be very, very potent because I'm going to be using this to add to my salve for pain relief. So I need it to be very potent, and I'm going to do a double infusion of that. So after this infused for 4 weeks, I'll be straining it out, straining the oil out, discarding the rosemary leaves that are in here. Well, actually I don't discard it. I use it to make some personal soaps and scrubs for myself at home. And then the oil, I'll be just putting more rosemary back into the bottle and just pouring back the oil over it. And this is going to make like a double infusion. It's going to be very potent. It's going to smell exactly like rosemary, very, very strong. So this is what I'm going to do with this. And then the third one I'm working with is some citrus peels. So these citrus peels are from organic oranges, limes, and lemons, and they've been dried in my dehydrator, and I'll be using them. And this one goes into, this oil that I'm infusing goes into a soap that I make, one of our facial soaps. And so this will be going in the soap. So this is what I'm using it for. So yeah, so let's get into some and this is 2.5 ounces. So I tend to, when I use this kind of jars, I use 2.5 ounces of herbs, and I'm going to show you how much I fill the bottle up. And then when I am doing like hair oils and other skin things, I use like 4 ounces or 3.5 ounces of herb, and I use bigger bottles. And guys, I don't have to skimp on my herbs and my plants because I am not buying them from anybody. I grow them in bulk here. I grow so much plants that I don't even have place to store them. Okay, so this is not something I am buying. Okay, these plants come back year after year. Some of them I just collect the seeds and then I regrow them. So this is free. So I can be very liberal when I'm making my products. Okay, and I'm gonna do a video about that, how I'm able to do these things and I'm able to make profit in my business because of I'm using a certain percentage of herbs and stuff in my products. So anyways, I'm able to put liberal amounts of these plants in my products so you guys get the full properties of the products. If you are buying products from somebody, you're buying plants, you're buying these things from somebody, you're not able to do what I am doing, so your product may not be able to have the potency that my products have. Okay, so all right, let's get into that. So I like to use safflower oil when I'm doing infusions or olive oil. Okay, so I like to we buy this oil in bulk, and you can find your own suppliers to buy these oils, or you can contact a farmer who is making these oils and you can buy them in bulk. That's how we buy our oil. Now it's not very easy to find suppliers for certain things, but you will really have to search. And some suppliers, they need you to buy products in like a big bulk, especially farmers or people who like you don't really know. So you need to build relationship with people who are close by you, who live in your area, and you can go to them and, talk to them and say, look, I have a small business and I would like to buy oils from you if you sell products. And even some farmers, even if they don't sell like the amount that you want, because they know you and live in the area and know you're a small business, they're willing to sell a certain amount for you. So this is a good thing that you can do. Like in your area, find out the people who make safflower, farmers who have safflower fields, who maybe process some of their safflower or they sell it on their farm. I know somebody, it's not very close to me, maybe about 2 hours away, who sell them. They grow hemp, so they have hemp oil, and you can buy hemp oil from them. So I'll put the link in the bottom so you can buy hemp oil from them. They actually sell hemp oil, and you know that it's a local product. It's grown. You know how it's grown, and if that's something you want to take advantage of, you can definitely do that. So let's pour in my oil. So infusions are very simple. It's not anything very hard. All you have to do is pour the oil onto your plant matter. And I like to put mine right up to the neck, as you can see. So I like to put it right up to the neck. Now, when you have a product like this, which is like big pieces, you don't need to push it down or do anything. So because if the product is like not big pieces, it tends to like stick to the bottom, or sometimes we need to debubble it with just you can use a piece of stick or a debubbler, and so the bubbles can come out. But when it's a big material, like, you don't need to do anything like that. And the same goes here. So I'm not going to do all of them, but I'm just going to show you the concept, and it's the same thing. And I just make sure everything is covered and is underneath the oil, and you just cover them up, and this is what it looks like. And then the last one, I'm just going to show you this one. This one tends to kind of stick sometimes in the bottom, so you have to maybe debubble this one. So this is the leaves. As you can see, it's kind of sticking in the bottom. So there you go. So this one, I will cover it and then I will shake it. You see what I mean? It's like stuck at the top. So this one, you're going to want to use your debubbler or your stick and shake it a bit, right? So this is what I do. I tend to shake mine up so all the stuff in the bottom will come up, and then I turn it upside down. Okay, like this, and after a while, they're gonna like drop from the bottom. Okay, so this is what I do for these kinds. And then now I turn it over. Okay, I'll just go into the last one. And then the lavender, I just do the same thing. And as you can see, I have just the right amount of oils for the amount of of plant matter that I'm using. And that's basically it. Now the lavender, I don't want it all the way up because I want this lavender oil to be very, very potent, and the lavender itself is very potent. And this is going to go into my hair oil. Okay, guys, so these are my infusions, and this is how I infuse them. And as you can see, the name of the plant is written here, and when I finish, I'm going to put the date here. There's going to be the date of infusion, today's date, infusion date, and then the date that I have to pour it out. Okay, and then once I pour it out, if I want to do a double infusion, I'll just remove the label and put a new label again. And this is how it is. And once these things are infused, I pour them out and I use them for my various things. And if I'm using them for body oils or hair oils, they just go straight into my recipe, no dilution. So guys, this is how I make my products, and this is one of my secrets of keeping my products different from everybody else's product, and by not diluting my product and making it less potent. The less potent your product is, the less it will work. The more potent the product is, the more it will work and do what it should be doing. So you guys, I hope you keep that in mind when you are formulating your product. A second thing I want to say is do not skimp on ingredients, okay? Put the full amount of ingredients inside the product. Even sometimes just, put a little bit more, it's not gonna hurt. If you're dealing with oils or you're making things that are oil related, it's not gonna hurt you to add 0.5 ounce more or 2 ounce more. It's not gonna hurt. This does not apply for if you're making soap and stuff, because it's a different ball game. But when it comes to certain things like oils and body oils and hair oils and things like that, you don't need to skimp on ingredients, because the more potent your ingredient is, the better end product you are going to have. So you all, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this video was helpful to you and that you learned something from it. And if you are a person who are making body oils or hair oils or anything oil related, that you will, take some of my advice and that you will make your oils as potent as you can. And basically, you would basically infuse your oils instead of buying oils, because guys, these oils are very expensive. If you buy infused oils from people, they are really, really expensive. So making your own infused oil is much cheaper for you, and it's going to keep your costs lower. You know what I mean? So I buy, like I said, these things in these oils in bulk, and I pay like a lower price. I think if you're gonna, I don't even know if they sell it like this in these containers, but I don't know, if you buy, this is like this is 5 liters. So if you're gonna buy like a 5-liter oil like that, I don't even know how much it's gonna cost. Maybe $15, something like that. For safflower oil, it's kind of expensive, more than $15, I think. I'm not sure, but anyways, I buy these things in bulk. So it can be very costly. All right. And if you have to buy these oils on their own, I mean, it's just ridiculous, the prices. Okay. So I know you can't put a lot of oil in your product because it's just expensive. But if you can find some way to infuse the oils by yourself, then you're talking cha-ching, cha-ching, then you're talking money. Okay. This is where you're going to be making profit, because you are not buying this oil from somebody, you are actually making it yourself. And this is one of the ways I also make profit, because I am making all my oils by myself and I'm not buying it from somebody else. Oh, I'm growing all the herbs myself and I'm not buying it from somebody. So guys, I'll see you in the next one. I hope this was helpful. Ciao.